Yo, what up, guys? So, they have tweeted out the results for Hero Rises 2024. We have all of the winners here, so why don't we just stop beating around the bush and just go right into it. So, the final results for A Hero Rises 2024. So, in first place, we have Winter Edelgard with 8,319 votes. I mean, considering Edelgard doing insanely well in pretty much all of these events, it should go without saying that the strongest Edelgard in the game would have undoubtedly came in first place here. I don't know what it is about Edelgard and everyone just loving the hell out of her, but okay. All right, in second place, we've got Legendary Camilla. Okay, so at 7,499, insane unit there. In third place, we've got Legendary Alir with 7,464 votes. Actually, not too far off from Camilla. Actually, Camilla... Oh, okay, no, there's actually a gap there. There's quite a gap, almost 1,000 more votes. But here, it's pretty close between Alir and Camilla. Then in fourth place, we've got the Mythic Gulvig there. Okay, also a pretty good unit. We've got the Winter Dimitri here in fifth place with 6,889 votes. 4 votes behind Gulvig. Wow. Outside of Edelgard just like cleaning shop for first place, these are really close. Like second and third are... It's a margin of like 40 votes. And over here with Gulvig and Dimitri, it's actually a 4-vote margin. That's insanely close, man. Wow. All that would have mean was like one more person had to vote Stan Dimitri, like do all 7 of their votes for him, and he actually would have pulled up in third. Crazy. Okay, next up we have the Ninja Sanaki at 6th place with 6,162, and now we're starting to see a cutoff between Sanaki and the next unit in 7th place, Claude at 4,580. So win Claude, a lot of people are super high on this guy, but I was never, outside of the fact that he's got Prime 4 fodder. But I'm not going to deny that getting a free copy of him would slap pretty hard. Either if you just want to use him for his own power or use him for the fodder, either way is fine. And then finally, in 8th place, we have Peony here, the Attuned Peony at 4,474. Actually, not that far off from Claude either. So a lot of these were really close. So there's our top 8. The characters that made it into top 8 are going to make it onto the final banner, which we're going to go ahead and do a little calculation for the voting gauntlet in just a sec. I'm not surprised by these results whatsoever. What do we have? Like all green units here? Hold on. Who is not green? Edelgard, Gulvig, and Sanaki. That's pretty much it. So 5 out of 8 units are green. We are on track for a green dream, I think. I'll have to calculate. Yeah, I think green is in every slot. So we'll come back to that in just a second, calculate the banner. We have the Hatari, or I shouldn't call her Hatari, it's the Nabata Altina at 4,441 votes in 9th place. And then in 10th place, we've got Winter Byleth. So surprising that Yunaka didn't even crack top 10. But I guess with how powerful the green pool was and a lot of people advocating for the green dream like myself, I think we may have played a little bit of a factor here. Okay, then we can take a look at up to top 20. So Vale in 11th place, Satyr in 12th, Rearmed Lucina in 13th. That's a shame that she didn't make it into the top 10 at least. Then we have Halloween Anna. In my opinion, she's the best green unit in the game. Maybe not anymore after that freaking Leon came out, but yeah, this Anna's really good, and she's got a clinic of fodder, so that's also a shame she didn't crack top 10. Yunaka here at 15th place. Then we have Igreen at 16. The Attuned Nino at 17. Legendary Alencia at 18. Summer Fiorm at 19. And then Summer Ivy at 20. So pretty much all the units here are nothing that is too out of place. There's no Fallen Edelgard, thank God. No Brave Edelgard either. So I guess all of the Edelgard stands found one Edelgard that they could rally behind. And there's no problem at all with anyone voting for this Edelgard at the very least, because she is one of the best units in the game. Okay, so now let's go ahead and calculate what we have going on for this voting gauntlet. So the way it works is first place battles against 8th place in round 1, second against 7th, third against 6th, and so on and so forth. So in round 1, we're going to have Edelgard versus Peony. That's already not boding too well for the Green Dream, because Edelgard is probably going to win outside of shenanigans with like bonus time and things like that. All right, then we've got Legendary Camilla versus the Wind Tribe Claude there, so that's not going to hurt our chances of a Green Dream whatsoever. Alright, then we have Legendary Alear versus Sanaki. Okay. Alright, so Alear would have to win to get a Green Dream, but we've got 2 slots here where Green is fighting an uphill battle, so it doesn't seem too likely that there's going to be a Green Dream unless the stars align and Edelgard somehow loses, and then Sanaki also somehow loses. And then the final matchup is Gulveg-Dimitri. Again, another matchup where Green is fighting an uphill battle. So yeah, Gulveg is also a clinic of fodder, really good unit, and then Dimitri, while also being a clinic of fodder, is going to have his work cut out for him trying to beat Gulveg there. So, what do we have here? What were my predictions for how this is going to go? I would say Edelgard is probably going to beat Peony. I would say between Claude and Camilla, that's actually tough to say. I think I might edge it to Camilla because waifu. Like, it seems to be like waifus just typically do better. Okay, so I would say Camilla would probably win that matchup, and then Alear versus Sanaki is a tough one to call. Sanaki is definitely the better unit. I don't know if I could say that too confidently, though, because Alear, with her support and allowing allies to nullify DR with specials, that's also very powerful. Huh. I don't know who to call for that one. That one's pretty close. And then Gulveg versus Dimitri is also pretty close. I'll give it to Dimitri, although I'm not 100% confident about that. Man, it's really hard because look at this. There's only a 4-point differential in how many people voted for both of them. So, like, this one could really go either way. I'll give it to Dimitri because 3 houses bias. It seems like if you're a 3 houses character or a waifu, your odds of winning automatically skyrocket through the moon, right? But, like, man, that Gulveg also won a Choose Your Legends all on the merit of being a thick mom. So, oh god, that's a tough one to call too. Alear and Sanaki, let's give it to Sanaki for argument's sake. So, Edelgard, Camilla, Dimitri, and Sanaki. That would be my prediction for the banner. So we got a blue unit, a red unit, and then 2 green units. Is that good or bad? Huh. Well, it's good for Legendary Camilla if you're trying to get a lot of copies of her. If you're, like, going for a +10 Camilla, because, like, otherwise she would be triple color shared on a Legendary banner. Here, she's only going to be double color shared. And it's with a unit that you can be very confident about getting pity broken by. Like, this guy's got so much fodder. He's also a pretty good unit in his own right. So, if I was going for a +10 Camilla, I would not mind at all getting copies of Dimitri along the way. Edelgard and Sanaki, though, ooh. Yeah, that's adding 2 extra colors to the overall banner. That's red and blue. Although, if you're sniping, like, red or blue to try to get copies of them, I mean, these are going to be better odds to get them on this banner than their original banner. Because, like, the Ninja banner had 4 colored units. We had Heather, Zelgius, and Reyna, I believe, were all, like, different colors. So, here, it's going to be a 3-color focus versus a 4-color focus. So, 1 less color into the pool for 5 stars gives you a little bit of better odds to pull a 5-star Sanaki. And then the same for Edelgard as well. She was on a 4-color focus banner, whereas here it'll only be 3-color focus. So, yeah. I mean, unless by some crazy situation Gulveg manages to beat Dimitri, and then it's a 4-color focus banner, and then all of a sudden the Hero Rises banner is not as crazy as it should be. So, yeah, I mean, my thoughts on all of this, I don't really know what to say. My orbs are in shambles. I did summon to go for Leon there, so that was like all of my orbs I summoned off camera. Because I wasn't sure, like, if I had summoned on camera and I got him in, like, the first 2 summons, I would have just ended the video right there. But I did have to go, like, I had to go pretty deep. I went to, like, 38 summons to get a copy of Leon. So, I'm all out of orbs right now. I don't have anything saved up for Hero Rises, and I'm not too worried, honestly. Like, this, while a fantastic banner, there's going to be a lot of great options on here. You have to also keep in mind that a lot of these units have already been released. So in the event that you've been summoning here and there and you've been keeping up with trends and keeping up with like all the new hot releases that have came out, you should probably have a majority of these units already. And unless you're a whale and you want a plus 10 everything, then this is not really going to matter too much to you. So I would say, like, hold off on summoning on this in particular, which is weird to say. Like, typically the Hero Rises banner is like the hottest banner of the year. But I would say hold off, because after the Valentine banner, after the Christmas banner, and we've seen like what they are up to in terms of power creep in this game, I don't really feel confident spending orbs on old units anymore. Because, like, who knows what the hell is about to drop on the next banner? We really just have no idea. When there's a unit that can just instantly end people's turns, it starts to get a little bit crazy, right? So, like, my advice would be to hold tight, even though it is very tempting. So, this is your boy Tacho signing out. I guess we can finish up by just me predicting who's going to win, and probably Edelgard Dimitri for the final round, I would imagine, and then Edelgard is going to pull through because, of course, waifu. So everyone seemingly would get a free copy of Edelgard, I would imagine, which I'll perfectly be fine with. That's Armored Blaze fodder. That's Attack and Defense Prime 4 fodder. Did she have anything else? She had Def Res Ploy also. Just like, anyone who wins here, it doesn't matter. Like, we all win, tell you the truth. Like, they're all just, like, stacked to the brim with fodder. All fantastic units to use. There's no loser here, really, in the top 8. So whoever wins, we all win.